What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Elevated Crypto. Now, recently we've had quite a few more subscribers, and I even had people reach out to me, via Twitter, via chat rooms, and really, show some love for the channel and show some support. And I just want to start off by saying, really, thank you so much. It really means a lot from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it. I really do. And to everyone here, that new subscribers, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. And, hopefully together, guys, we could share knowledge with each other, elevate each other, and that's what it's all about, right? To make good decisions in this space and elevate each other along the way. And being that we have some, new people and new subscribers to the channel, I think it's, important I just take a quick second and sort of describe, what we're all about here at this channel, what I'm all about. And as you know, there's tons and tons of crypto YouTubers and people on Twitter, and there's tons of information out there, right? Like I said, whether it be through those sources and even websites, CoinDesk, Decrypt, Cointelegraph, and there's just so much information out there. And my strategy and what has sort of worked for me so far is to sort of analyze everything, right? See what everybody is talking about. Why are they talking about it? What's the reason behind it? And then sort of look and see how does that correlate to news about the project, or maybe announcements that are coming up, or announcements that may have just happened. And then sort of step back, evaluate that, and make some good decisions. Now, by doing that process, will I miss some? Absolutely, and I'm okay with that because I'm more comfortable in the ones that I do get involved with, that I took my time with it, I have a better understanding, and I have a more of a realistic expectation with it, right? Because honestly, it's so quick. You could be so quick to just rush into something not knowing anything about it, and then in the end it sees a dip or sees a little downside, you panic, you lose, and you move out of the thing and you're wondering why you got in, right? So sometimes it really does pay to just take a step back, analyze some things, see how it compares to others, and make some good decisions, right? So that being said, again, thank you guys for subscribing, everybody, and following along. I really, really appreciate it. Let's just jump right into it today and get down to it. We're going to see here what is trending on CoinGecko, and as you can see here, CeeLo, Cake, Dodo, Front, B&B. Yes, some of these were hyped recently by some YouTubers and whatnot. Pancakeswap, we're going to talk a little bit about towards the end of this video, and quite a few other coins we're going to go over quick. Some of our recent calls, some ones I think that are going to do well in the short term going forward and whatnot. We're going to take a quick look at some of the headlines here. Again, not going to bore you, not going to go through these paragraphs and read them to you, but I do suggest you guys take a little bit of time every day and sort of, devote an hour a day to just reading up on the space, right? If you're invested into cryptos and, you want to make money on cryptos and you're here, that's excellent because I believe, one, we are all still very early in this space compared to where we're going forward, right? And the potential we have going forward. So if you could devote 1 hour a day, you will be steps ahead of other people and just learning minor things, right? Learning how to navigate on certain platforms, learning how to move around in this ecosystem. Things like that really help out because in crypto, a lot of times things move quick, right? There's the saying, timing isn't something, it's everything in crypto. So we're going to just take a quick look here down and see what the narrative is. I've seen a lot of things recently, and I've learned something recently in the last 2 days that I want to point out quick in this video here. So scrolling down, JP Morgan, blah, 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 GameStop, testimony. Again, now for people that are maybe new to investing and whatnot, remember it wasn't just 3-4 months ago, all that scandal around JP Morgan, where they basically admitted to, purposely manipulating the price of gold. And so I'm sorry, but I take anything that they say with a grain of salt, right? You sort of have to cut through the nonsense sometimes. Pancakeswap, something we're going to talk about a little bit later towards the end of this, brings whopping DeFi volumes to the Binance Smart Chain. And that's why we've seen such growth, I think, in, the Binance coin, in Pancakeswap coin. It's just been amazing, and a lot of these dexes, and I think that goes way back to the video we did around the Robinhood fiasco when all that GameStop stock nonsense happened, right? And I said then, and I even said on Twitter, I think that sort of pushed a lot of people towards dexes without Robinhood even realizing they did that. So scrolling through here, another thing that's been really recently big, NFTs, right? The NFT space. And going through, you see all these different stories. Here's one different article here. The story behind Hashmax, Ethereum's greatest art sale. And, recently with these NFTs, I've learned something. And I think we've seen something in general happen, right? You've seen the demand for these things astronomical. You've seen people like Mark Cuban and other big time investors mentioning NFTs, right? Mentioning NFTs everywhere. You see people talking about this. So, again, I think this is a very big area that we're just starting to see the potential in, and I'm going to show you why. Now, there was an article here, I think it was about crypto punks or something like that, NFTs. Ethereum CryptoPunks are selling for outrageous sums of money, right? So not only that, like we've learned, wow, some of these NFTs could be bought and then resold for ridiculous amounts of money, right? But there's also other projects and newer projects. Now, there is a YouTuber that I follow, Elio Trades. I don't know if some of you guys may be familiar with him or not. In my opinion, I think very good guy, very genuine person. But he recently launched a project, Super Farm, and they had some NFTs. And one thing I really learned by, one, I do want to be transparent, and I'm a part of the community over there, and I, participate in the chats and whatnot and stuff over there. And generally, I'm a fan of that guy. I think he's very, I think his input brings a different aspect to a lot of things, and you can learn, a lot from that. But one thing I seen with his project recently in the NFT drop was the different areas that the NFTs sort of covered, right? Like from a collectible point of view, it covered that. Wow, maybe there was just people who were, fans of him, fans of the platform that wanted to be a part of it, so they bought it due to that. Well, there was also utility with the NFT. So alone, aside from being a collectible, the NFT also represented a certain voting power. So maybe there was people that bought it just for that, right? And then there was also airdrops tied to these NFTs. So maybe there was people that missed out on getting involved in the project that went ahead and got the NFT due to the airdrop. And then also, seeing what some of these NFTs were reselling for, astronomical, phenomenal, honestly. So that right there, four areas this one NFT sort of covered, right? Four different little niches. Whether you're somebody that just bought these things to resell them, or you bought it to collect, or you bought it to be involved in an airdrop, one NFT sort of covered quite a few different areas of people, right? Like different types of people, investors, I would say, right? Whether you held it or got involved for any of the previous reasons there. And I think that it's huge, right? Because it's showing us that, these NFTs represent more than just a piece of art, and it could represent so much more than just a piece of art or a trading card. Like there's so much more utility and value to these things that's really yet to be seen by everybody. And I think we could capitalize on that by getting involved in some of these NFT projects early, because I really think you're going to see this as sort of the next DeFi type, right? Because, DeFi was such a big hype, and it still is. DeFi is, the going narrative. You're hearing Mark Cuban talk about DeFi, and you're seeing it move from websites that are strictly crypto focused, like CoinDesk and Decrypt and whatnot, to, news outlets like CNN, and you hear them talking about DeFi. So I'm thinking NFT is going to have the same type of effect, and, seeing where this space could go is phenomenal. So really, congrats to him. Superfarm was their platform there. At Ilio Trades was the YouTuber I was talking about there, but congrats to them, man. Unbelievable. It really is. A fan of the project, and really just amazing to see how they sort of managed to just like push NFTs to the front and show you that, wow, there's so many different values here, right? Okay, so instead of me rambling on here, we're going to go back and look at some of these coins we talked about the past few days. APY was one that we seen a great run up on, right? It went from basically below $1 in some cases, depending where you got in on it. Me personally, I first got involved APY, I want to say November, December, have held since then. Now, we did see that recent run up and we hit like $7, something crazy, right? And now this is before alpha launch, right? Like this is before the working platform and all that and all these little updates and things they're going to do to it. So I highly suggest, guys, if you're not informed like about this project, what they're doing, again, don't just take somebody's word for it, but put your own time in, do your own research. At the end of the day, it's not financial advice. This is just my opinion. But, when you start to look into these things and you find utility, you find use case, you see good investors, a solid team, not anonymous, like, somebody you could count on, somebody you could go to ask questions. Like, you see things like that and you start to understand what they're going to do here. You see that there's, a lot of potential in it. We were talking about some insurance plays like Armor and Insure, right? We posted, I think I posted on my Instagram a while back, like, we're not going to see Armor under $1 long. And then boom, the last like 24 hours, maybe a little longer than that, last 48 hours here, we've seen Armor go on a little run up under $1 to well over and sort of hold the dollar, right? So that'll be something to watch going forward. Does it hold above that dollar range? And, the thing that attracts me to this, again, guys, not saying this, oh, will it be a definite gem, definite winner? Who knows, right? But when you're getting involved with some of these coins that have a smaller market cap, it's a lot easier, for this thing to jump from 30 million to 60 million. It's a lot easier for that to happen than a project that's, say, at, 4 billion and needs to double up to 8 billion, right? So you sort of see how the gains could be had quicker here in a short amount of time. So that was one of them we seen. It's nice to see it back up over here, over $1 holding. We'll take a look at Insure, see what's going on over there. Again, another insurance play with a lower market cap, under 20. See, this is up a little bit today. Yeah, educate yourself, guys. Do a little research on these things. Never, ever, ever just buy something or jump into something because somebody says so, right? It always pays to take a step back and, do some research and figure out why. And at the end of the day, say you buy into something and it dips, you're not at a loss technically until you sell it, right? These things go up and down. APY was a perfect example. I was in a chat there the other day and, it was dipping. Oh, people were nervous, this, that, the other. Dip below 3. 1, it got bought up super quick. And 2, bam, fast forward 24 hours later, it's back up over $4 again. So when you see projects like that, and you can't get nervous. A lot of people panic sell and then end up regretting it later, right? So that's what we need to do here, guys, is sort of like take a step back. Let's take the emotion out of it and make sure we're making a good decision, right? Another one that sort of caught my eye, we talked about, I want to say when it was between like 4 to 7 cents, was Zero Exchange, right? Now, this one I did like, but I did say, the one thing that made me a little nervous was with this one was the fact that it was on the AVAX chain. And I just thought, like, man, well, people that are new to this, are they going to, feel comfortable swapping chains? Are they going to be able to do it? I mean, granted, it's not that hard, but you know how it is when, people are new to crypto, they tend to generally like fear what they don't understand. And it could be excellent and, great project, everything, but, oh, I don't really understand how to work it. So people stay away, right? And that does happen. So that was one of the things that made me nervous. But as you could see, hey, this thing is going. And we first talked about it, like I said, I don't know, somewhere between 4 and 7, 5 and 7, and even at the high end of that 7, that's a 3x to right now. So very nice to see this growing. I also want to point out, I did see a Twitter post from these guys, and I believe they hired 4 new developers, and they want to get their decks also on the Polkadot chain. So that is something to keep your eye on, and if they are successful at that, we could probably expect to see this number go up a lot, right? I mean, looking at what these other dexes have been doing lately, even Pancakeswap, right? That was something I said we are going to talk about quick. Look at Pancakeswap. Unbelievable. Look at let's just look at a 14-day view. 2 weeks, right? 2-week view, let's somewhere in here we'll say $3. $3 to where it's at now. So that's a 4x 2 weeks. And this thing just keeps going up. Now, I really personally have never used Pancakeswap yet. A lot of people have recommended to me, oh, check out Pancakeswap. It's very similar to Uniswap. And the fees, from what I am told, are a lot cheaper. So I just sort of wanted to go on, sort of show you guys what it looked like. And the user interface looks really cool, right? It really does. And this is very similar to how most of these dexes are set up, right? You could click on and go through, pick a token, whatnot, swap it to something else. So this is a DEX on the Binance Smart Chain. Again, worth checking out. They say the fees are very, very low, and that seems to be what's driving it up. And that's what attracted me to Zero, the one we talked about before this, because they aim to have, very low fees. And I think that's something that's important because as what we're seeing, as the popularity rises on Ethereum and for dexes like Uniswap, the gas fees become astronomical, almost to the point where, if you're only swapping anywhere from 50 to $500, like you're getting killed in these gas fees. So, especially for people that are new that, aren't putting thousands of dollars on the line right in the beginning, you're getting rocked in gas fees. So you're going to see other projects, I think, capitalize on this and make some serious gains going forward. And like I said, it wasn't too long ago. Pancakeswap was $3, so I'm going to keep my eye on Zero. I think that's one to watch. APY supposedly having the alpha launch sometime, I think, mid-March or something, I believe. Again, not 100%. Don't quote me there. But check them out. You can, go through their site here. You could actually sign up and put your email in so that way you're notified when the alpha launch comes along. Guys, I hope you took something from this video. I hope you got some value from the content. Again, I can't thank you enough for all the people showing support, subscribing, smashing that like button. Really, truly means the world to me. Gives me like an added kick to keep doing this and keep bringing you guys important information and highlighting opportunities when we see them. So that being said, guys, if I catch you in Twitter in the chats, show some love, say what's up. If not, I will get you on the next video. Till then.